Mehdaoui, and I'm your host with the Avocado Toast. I hope you're ready for some goodies. What's going on, Maria? How you doing? There are a lot of people out there who don't know. We kind of go way back. And
it's been a while.
She knows as much about me as many of you don't know. You've seen me since I was the kid that came in with the chef jacket, dirty on Friday night on leadership. We met.
Crying.
And I cry. Sorry, I am always crying. When have you not seen me cry?
Good.
Crying is good. It releases those stress hormones. But let's drive back to you. So first and foremost, let's talk about the past. Where did it all begin? Your background, your upcoming. I know your story is powerful. How young you were when you came to the United States, and the $300 story.
You don't have to date me.
Oh, no. Look, she looks like she graduated high school 2 weeks ago. Let's not get it twisted.
The $300 story.
Yeah, let's get into it.
People like to say, well, everybody's story who came here with nothing is fascinating, but it was not with nothing. I actually had $300 in my pocket when I showed up at JFK Airport, and I got my very first job at Three Brothers in Delaware, New Jersey, right here around the corner.
The pizza spot.
The pizza
Hold on a
spot.
second.
Still there.
Do you remember your arrival date in the United States?
May 23rd.
What year?
2004.
So just so you all know, only immigrants do this. June 20th, 2002. Only immigrants remember the dates of arrival. All right, so Three Brothers, and then what?
Three Brothers, and from there...
Was English solid at the time, or still figuring it out?
I thought I spoke fabulous English. And when a homeless person approached me, and we've been trained before we, landed, hey, you should really try to understand every person who's talking to you. And here I am standing in front of this guy in the Penn Station, and he's missing pretty much most of his teeth. And I have no idea what he's saying. So I say, excuse me, can you please repeat again and again and again and again and again? Then I realized he's asking me for money, which I didn't have, because all I had was $300, which I wasn't about to share with a homeless person, the first person I met.
Because then there'll be two homeless people in the...
There would be two homeless. Well, I was kind of homeless technically. I didn't know what I was going to sleep that night. And I realized my English is not very good looking, like Mark Anthony said, right? And it needs a lot of work. So I started making American friends right away. And kind of separated myself from Russian community a little bit, which is not appreciated.
But it's a secret, though, when it comes to, like, I know for myself, you have to kind of put yourself in a position, different environment, if you will, that only speaks English in order for you to only speak English. Because I got an older brother of mine. Love you, Mehdi, if you're watching this. But if he was sitting next to me and you hear him speaking English, you hear me speak, you can tell, like, yeah, fresh off the boat, because we took two different paths. Like, he's still immersed in stuff, TV, Moroccan news, and all that kind of stuff while I'm here. But
you know what it is? I lost a lot of connections the first year because I chose to go a different path. I went to college, started hanging out with American friends, speaking English as much as possible. And I walked away and went to North Jersey, to New York City for a while. But then, as universe would have it, I ended up in Monmouth County, back here, reconnected with every single person that I lost touch with. But that's the secret. It's not even about immersing yourself in a culture, but more so getting out of your comfort zone every single phase of your life. This is how you succeed. You have to be uncomfortable, and you need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable most of your life.
Wow factor, like, whoa, established networker, boss, badass in every single way possible. And you have that aura of, like, fall back or match my energy, right? So was that always there, or you kind of had to grow into that Maria that we know today?
It was always there. When you walk, when you go straight, you don't have to have a destination. The path just appears, but you cannot stop. It's all about movement. Baby steps, crawling, rolling on the floor if you need to, sliding to the side, but you gotta keep moving. Because life is a journey, it's not about, oh, I'm here, I really like it. Yeah, sure, you can stop and you can have a moment and have a good time and meet up with friends or do whatever that brings you joy in life. But you have to keep moving. So my attitude was always, I did not cross the ocean to come to this country to live a
I
mediocre
watched a
life.
CEO cry during a board game last week. And no, this wasn't some weird corporate retreat gone wrong. This was the most incredible business transformation I've ever witnessed. It's called The Ultimate Business Game, a full-day strategic simulation that literally diagnoses what's broken in your business and fixes it through gameplay. Cards, dice, strategy boards, the whole thing. But watching these high-level executives have genuine breakthrough moments, insane. I saw department heads finally understand each other. C-suite leaders have massive aha moments, and misaligned teams suddenly click into place. The crazy part? It all happens in one day. One day. And they don't just walk away feeling good. They have actual actionable roadmaps for transforming their businesses. Real strategic clarity, leadership accountability, team cohesion. If you're tired of workshops that don't actually change anything, this might be exactly what you need. Your breakthrough literally starts here.
Welcome back to the ME Vibes. Ali Mehdaoui here with Maria De Leon. So let's talk about it. When I met you in business sense, you were a solid entrepreneur. You were building sales forces all over the United States. You were an influencer. How did that come about? Was there a need to get into entrepreneurship, or did you always know that you were meant to be an entrepreneur and you just kind of needed the right vehicle?
You know, I strongly believe that you can build a career, a successful career in any field in the United States and still make a lot of money on the side.
I believe it, yeah.
Especially when you start with nothing. You kind of have to speed it up a little bit, and the way to do it is to create passive income.
Let's talk about it. That's that word that everybody gets salivated over. And it's misconstrued. A lot of people think passive income is sign up in an MLM, do nothing, and you're going to get money. There's more to that. So what is passive income for you?
Well, let's start with the fact that in this country, luckily, you cannot not make money. You can make money on anything. You can sell, fragrance air if you want to.
You're calling people out right now. You know that, right? Like, yeah.
Here it is. The idea behind passive income is making money, managing it in a way that it makes you more money. No, it doesn't mean not eating, not drinking, and just sitting home and saving. It's not about saving. It's about money is energy. Money is energy. What does that mean? Energy has to flow.
Mm-hmm.
Money has to flow. Money will always come if you have a mission what it's for. So let that energy flow, but invest it smartly. Educate yourself. There's so many different ways to learn about real estate, about rentals as a basic, about franchise companies that cost penny on a dollar to start and come with a ready-to-go system. You can invest into somebody else's business. I mean, there's obviously money market and stocks and bonds which require a little bit more study on the side. But if you have a regular job, you already have money, and you can 100% manage it in a way that you can reroute it to create passive income for yourself. I've done that across multiple different income streams, and this is why I sleep good at night, because I work very hard, and I probably will continue working super hard until I die, because that's what I came here for.
But I think you also enjoy it. Like I love what I do. I was with a friend and a client just before we started working today, and we were talking about, looked at each other like, 4th of July. I'm like, all right, what are we doing? He's like, I hate holidays. I'm like, why? He's like, because it just messes up my whole momentum of business. I'm like, I know exactly what you mean, right? And
I love holiday Monday. I get to focus.
Yeah. Like, I gotta get all caught up and whatnot.
You know what it is? It's about finding what you love to do and also adding meaning to everything you do. If you can change people's lives as you go throughout your workday, throughout your business flow, throughout anything, if you can find that kindness in your heart to affect change around you, you're gonna have a beautiful place to be. And people always, they get scared of like, ooh, working hard. I don't want to work hard. I wish I can win the lottery. But what is the purpose of life? Ask yourself, what is your purpose in life? What is your mission? Have you found it yet? Are you comfortable with yourself? Do you know where you're going? Do you know how you're going to feel in the end of your life looking back? Are you going to feel productive? Are you going to feel amazed? Like, wow, I've done so much, like I'm so good. Or are you going to look back and be like, wow, I wish I wrote that book. Or I wish I started that business. Or I wish I took that trip.
She's kicking your ass right now. She is calling you out. If you're not fired up right now, I don't know what's gonna get you going. You know, the other thing too, I think it's easier today than it was just 5 years ago, even with AI and ChatGPT. I mean, you know how many people can write their autobiography by just feeding their ChatGPT every single day and saying, refine it for me, rewrite it for me. So I agree, and I love that about you. We're going to take one more stop. When we come back for the third part, we're going to dive into the heartbeat of Maria. What drives her? What gets her going? What gets her to just keep on grinding with grit while maintaining a beautiful, happy family and maintaining balance and boundaries in her life? So stick around. We'll be right back on that part 3.
Have you ever looked at your life and thought, there has to be more than this? Maybe everything looks fine on the outside, but inside you feel stuck, like you going through motions, disconnected from your purpose, from your energy, maybe even yourself. If that resonates with you, you are not alone, and you are not broken. You are just at the turning point. This is why I'm excited to bring to you this practical workshop, a transformational experience for people who are ready to reset, refocus, and rise into the next version of themselves. It's a one-day immersive experience built on neuroscience, emotional intelligence, and practical tools that help you shift your mindset and move forward with clarity and confidence. In a small, safe, and confidential group, you'll choose the area of your life you want to transform: relationships, career or business, health and energy, finances, or your deeper purpose. You'll identify what's been holding you back, and together we rewire the thoughts, the beliefs, and habits that no longer serve you. This is a real work, but it's deeply rewarding. It's not a lecture, it's not therapy, it's a breakthrough experience designed to create lasting change. You won't do it alone. I am Maria De Leon, transformational coach, motivational speaker, and a business owner. I've helped leaders, creatives, and everyday people break past their limits and reconnect with who they're meant to be. If you are feeling the pull, trust it. This is your invitation. DM me at @thegamemariadeleon or email me at Bamboo Consulting, or comment to reserve your space and ask your questions. You are not too late. You're not too far behind. You're exactly where you need to be.
Thank you. Yeah.
Words.
Thank you, heart to guide. You hear that, Sebastian? Yeah, and he will always do this, like, you good, my man? And I know what that means. Like, he's reading to see, am I going to let him stay up late? Am I in a good mood? Do I want to go? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And I hear him through his sister repeating things that I would normally say, you know? He'll be in the basement and say things like, hey, a good person always cleans up after themselves. They don't leave a dirty part, you know? And these are the things that I would say to him, you know? Or, you know, every Sunday we bake. I hated baking back in culinary school, but we bake every Sunday, ironically. And, you know, we're doing what we're doing. Like, remember, Papa, a good chef is only as good as how clean his kitchen is. So, you know,
I love it.
And I love those things. So do you see your children picking up what you are doing? And how do you, you know, because sometimes I have to make sure I remind my son, like, it's okay to be a kid. Go play. Like, stop copying me so damn much. How do you maneuver with your children around watching you?
It's a vulnerable topic for me because my boys are still small. You know, my baby is still like 15 months old, right? So he's just the happiest kid ever. He's like me when I was a baby. That's what my parents say at least. My middle one is all serious. He's like Calvin Klein model in the making, always like that kind of.
They got beautiful kids. God bless you and hubby.
And he's just always like, you know, like straight face. And then my daughter, who all of you who follow me on Instagram,
the dancer,
you've been following her journey since she was a baby, right? Everyone knows who my daughter is. Everyone knows what she does. She's an amazing young lady, and she's definitely understanding life early on.
Yeah.
You know, she writes meaningful notes for me. She knows I work late. And the reason I work late is because I need quiet. So when the kids finally go to sleep, I can go back and finish what I need to do, because 24 hours in a day sometimes is not enough, and that's okay. I love what I do across the board, no matter whether it's my job, whether it's the business, whether it's family, whether it's, you know, whatever that is. I love what I do. I truly love my life. And when you're in love with your life, you know, you can spread that love into your children. and into people around you. So my daughter, when she sees me working late, and it was a couple of years ago, 4 years ago, when I was going for my coaching certification, she saw me, it was a weird schedule. It was 2 a.m. to 11 a.m., okay? Because it was from a different country. The school, the Erickson coaching, it was from a different country because I couldn't get in the one in Canada. So it was the schedule. So she was like, Mom, why are you always so late? And then one time I wake up and I see $40 on the table. And I'm like, what's that, sweetie? She goes, I don't know, I go to bed, you're working, I wake up, you're working, because she sees me in front of the computer, she doesn't know what I'm doing. You probably need money, so it's okay. You can take some, just, pay whatever you need to pay and leave the change on my bank table. So I also love her understanding about what abundance is. It's not about the number, it's how you feel inside. What you either always have enough and there's always more for you and everyone else, or you don't have enough and you're struggling and you're trying to take away from others because you're just in a panic mode of survival. We are transitioning into a completely new era in the world. I don't know if you feel it, I feel it. It's the era of abundance. And it's the era of people that are winning.
And I wish more people saw and heard and felt what you're talking about, because it sucks. Like, I know there's a lot of noise in the world. There are wars, there are conflicts. And I think since the inception of the world, there always have been conflicts, issues, and challenges, right? But I think there's more good in the world than there is bad. I think there is more abundance and more connection and more collaboration and more love and more admiration for one another than there is conflict. I just went to the World Cup of Clubs on Sunday, and there were 40,000 people from different creeds and backgrounds: Italians, Moroccan, Muslim, Christians. There were people who were holding the Israeli flag and they tied it to the Palestinian flag, and they were running around with it. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Like that. Why aren't we seeing more of that? And I think it's because the news doesn't sell when it's positive. It only sells when it's, oh my God, I thought that was this. But you get what I'm getting at. I think there's a lot of that influence out there that impacts the world's mindset. So I appreciate your view on life and just kind of projecting it out to the masses. I know we got a lot of work ahead of us, not just today, but we're going to collaborate in many, many different ways.
Right. And I'm a big believer that yes, you get the same answer from everywhere, but I'm a big believer in practicality. I want to be able to see results.
Right.
I want to be able to touch and feel what is it that I'm doing and how am I going to get there. I need a plan. This is why I went to coaching. Call it my hobby, if you will, but coaching works with people who are aimed at the future. We don't go in the past. We don't dwell on past traumas because there's no solution in the past. The past have passed. What are you going to do now to affect change for your future? Because today you have all this time to change what you don't like.
Yeah. That's pretty dope. Well, we got to leave it at that. You just experienced a 3-part, maybe even 4-part series with the one and only Maria de Leon. And I am extremely excited because I actually witnessed the different phases of her life, and I'm excited to, God willing, be part of the next phase of the many chapters of her life. So definitely get used hearing the name Maria de Leon, get used to seeing her in all of our content and all of our videos, because we're going to do so many amazing things together. Make sure you let us know in the comment any questions that you may have for Maria. Obviously, we're going to put as much information as we are allowed to put and social media assets in there as well. So click. If you are not touching your phone, if you're not driving, please do not touch your phone while you're driving. But definitely make sure you check out all the links in the description. And until next time, it's your boy Ali Mehdaoui. Peace.
I watched a CEO cry during a board game last week. And no, this wasn't some weird corporate retreat gone wrong. This was the most incredible business transformation I've ever witnessed. It's called The Ultimate Business Game, a full-day strategic simulation that literally diagnoses what's broken in your business and fixes it through gameplay. Cards, dice, strategy boards, the whole thing. But watching these high-level executives have genuine breakthrough moments, insane. I saw department heads finally understand each other. C-suite leaders have massive aha moments, and misaligned teams suddenly click into place. The crazy part? It all happens in one day. One day. And they don't just walk away feeling good. They have actual actionable roadmaps for transforming their businesses. Real strategic clarity, leadership accountability, team cohesion. If you're tired of workshops that don't actually change anything, this might be exactly what you need. Your breakthrough literally starts here.